Happy Easter! Today I'll be teaching you how to make some soft scrambled eggs, also known as eggs a la française, also known as pain in the ass eggs. So here we go. These are for two. Typically I do 2 eggs per person, but I always add an extra one per 2 people. We also have some good butter. So step 1 is, there you go. Step 1 is we're gonna crack the eggs into a bowl. One by one, here we go. If you've got a room temperature, good. If not, doesn't matter. We're just gonna scramble the heck out of them. The thing about this recipe is everything takes longer than you want it to. So you've gotta have some time and a little bit of patience. Make sure you don't get any shells. Okay, now this is what we're gonna look like. Now I prefer a fork. You can use a whisk, whatever you prefer. But the important thing here is that we want these eggs to be homogeneous. So it's gonna take a little bit longer than your typical scrambled eggs. When I'm making scrambled eggs, I'll probably stop here. But what you'll notice is we've got all different kinds of textures here. And for these eggs, you want everything to be one texture, no exceptions. So my recommendation is, after a couple minutes, and you want to rotate your bowl if you can, just pull up on your fork and you'll see if it's homogeneous. In this case, we've still got a ways to go. The eggs will pale slightly in color. And that's what you're looking for. This recipe is very easy. It only requires a few ingredients, but you just have to be very careful about your temperature. Bloody Mary's not necessary, but for Easter, why not? Delicious. You can find this recipe on foodnetwork.com/Alexis. All right, now let's see. I can still see some outliers here, but let's give it a shot. Ooh, it's getting there. See that? This is what we're looking for. All one texture. We still have a little bit of more breaking up to do. If you rotate your bowl, you're more likely to get everything nice and homogeneous. Now, if you can zoom in here, do we see this little tiny bit of white that's holding out? I mean, this is the level of detail we're looking for. We want everything to be homogeneous. Okay. Taken about 4 or 5 minutes, and we've got some really important developments happening. We're still on medium heat. Okay, we've got about a 4 out of 9 or high. And then what you see here is really important. You see all this foam here? That's really important because that tells you something's happening. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with our spatula, and you can see, take a really close look here. You can see the curds starting to form. Now this is when I'll turn my heat down or I'll remove the pan from the heat, okay? So we're all the way to low. The importance of this is that the proteins in the eggs aren't going to congeal quickly. We're gonna get that really nice, see those creamy curds? That's what we're looking for here. Now, I like to take my eggs to a relatively firm, soft scramble. I don't like to eat raw eggs. So what we do here now is a bit of a game. We see something happening, we turn the heat down. Nothing's happening, but we're getting thicker, we turn the heat up. So I'm going back to 4, and we're gonna see things happening pretty quickly here, okay? Right now we've got what I would call a curdy custard. drink a bottle of champagne on Easter. I would call this a curdy custard. And what we're gonna see here is if we leave this on 4, when you scrape from the bottom, okay, we're getting some definition. Look, there we go. Just a moment. Now, we can see, look at this. This is beautiful. This is where it's important to know your burner as well. I have a hot spot right about here. So you really want to rotate the pan. All right, now at this point, depending on what else you have going on, you can turn it to low and get everything ready for your brunch, or you can leave it at about a 4 and let these finish cooking, okay? Look at that. See, when you scrape it, see those little bits at the bottom? That's what you're looking for. That's cooked egg. But it's nice and soft and custardy. Now, if you can, get them flipped all the way over because the eggs on the bottom, see that, are cooked more than the ones on the top. Constantly stirring, looking really good. This is where it's up to you. How soft do you like your scramble? For me, I like it a little bit harder. I like to make sure they're nice and cooked. So I'll let them sit for a moment and then flip them from the bottom. Get all that nice, beautiful cooked egg done up to the top. Very nice. Okay, here's where I'm gonna turn it down. It looks like it still needs to be cooked quite a bit more. Doesn't matter. Turn it off. The heat from the pan is going to cook through the rest of those eggs. If you want, you can sort of spread it out on the bottom of your pan and then wait for them to finish cooking. This is what we're looking for, that sort of custardy, beautiful, small curd scramble. Look at that, that's beautiful.